against the 2-year-olds. We go for Inglis here. Red light flashing, they're off and racing now, and Kumbilla bungled the start and came out behind them. Not so the favourite, the Little Pumper. He began brilliantly. So did Canadian Ruler, quickly up contesting the lead. I Am Famous handy in the early stages. Over racing early, the outside was Out of Candy. Back on the rails was Lady Soames getting a nice early trip. With it was Mad Deal in the centre. 3 wide the outside was Crusader Razor. A length and a half further back then. Settling down Private Legacy in a good position midfield. The outside of Kumbilla, which picks up after the slow start. Forbidden Riff is further back. Done Believin', Sound the Siren. Colours of Autumn, and last of all was Marinaro up before the turn. The Little Pumper led 550 metres to go. Half a length, make it 3/4 now. On Canadian Ruler, 1.5 away third. I Am Famous has had a sweet trip on the rails. Back behind those then before the turn was Out of Candy, Lady Soames, Mad Deal. Having a wide run, Crusader Razor, and getting right to the outside there was Private Legacy. The Little Pumper held together. 250 metres to go. He's in front of Canadian Ruler trying to give chase. Private Legacy's up to third and running home strongly. The Little Pumper led Canadian Ruler, 100 to go. Private Legacy continues to make ground, but the Little Pumper keeps pumping. The Little Pumper is clear near home, and he'll lead all of the way, the first favourite, beating Private Legacy, Canadian Ruler. Photos for 4, thundering home, Sound the Siren. Mad Deal was there with Done Believin'. Marinaro made ground from last. Colours of Autumn, Lady Soames. Then Out of Candy, followed by Forbidden Riff. Further back was, as they pull up, Kumbilla. Having a wide run, Crusader Razor got tired, and disappointing I Am Famous pulling up quickly.
Number 1, the Little Pumper for favourite salutes here in the first numbers. Should read 1, 14, 2 and possibly 8. The Little Pumper with Adam Hieronymus on board. He led from pillar to post, Brad, and he was never getting beaten. Geez, I love the run of the second horse, Private Legacy. She's shaping up for, she's just got further written all over her. Canadian Ruler in third, and I think you'll find, yes, fourth, Sound the Siren, sneaking up the rail.
Yeah, we've left it in the bag there with Private Legacy, but the Little Pumper a little bit too good. You make your own luck, you give a kick, and you're inevitably hard to chase down. So this 2-year-old season of Gai Waterhouse and Adrian Bott just continues to roll on. That's their 34th 2-year-old winner of the season. So going gangbusters with the juveniles. Private Legacy, not today. She'll be winning plenty of races in time. Did a fantastic job there, given that the race was on speed. Dominated. Canadian Ruler stuck to his task quite well. Sound the Siren took the shortcut up the fence, and he franked that form line through the Little Pumper last start. He ran on behind him a couple of weeks ago, and he continues to trend the right way. And I thought Marinaro getting right to the outside was a bit of an eye catcher. Obviously not helped by the wide gate, but he'll keep for another day.
All right, Adrian Body's with me. Adrian, it just worked out perfectly. He jumped, he put himself there, he controlled, and he was too good.
Yeah, he did. He showed his professionalism today. He was able to control the race right from the outset. He bounced straight into stride and showed good tactical speed. And there was sort of a little bit of pressure there early while they was just sort of in their positions out, and he was able to settle and relax and sort of maintain that rhythm. So that was sort of the key, which he probably wasn't able to do 6 months ago.
He's been managed really well. Where to now?
Yeah, today was an interesting point. Just wanted to see how he'd perform stepping up at this trip and at this grade. I guess the spring's not too far off, whether we sort of freshen up and look to a couple of the targets there. We'll see what's around on the calendar, but having sort of won a couple of races this preparation, we may have to wait that little bit longer.
How far overall do you see him getting?
I think we could probably see him stretch to the mile. I thought he was pretty effective there today. Ran that out strongly, carried the weight in doing so. I think the way that he's relaxing in his races now, we can certainly look at those options going forward. We'll be in no rush to do that just yet, but I think he's the package that can do that now.
Well done, and nice way to start the day.
Thanks very much.
Okay, we'll go over and have a chat to Adam Hieronymus, who actually trialled him in between his last win and today's win, so he got a feel for him. I'm sure he's probably sat on his back in track work and whatnot, but he finished second in that recent trial. It was a nice little tick-over trial just to get him ready for the 1400 today. So Hippo about to jump on the scales and make it all official, and we'll get his thoughts on the Little Pumper, who takes out the first race on the program today. He jumped, he put himself there, and he proved far too good. Hippo, in true Gai and Adrian style, they're fit, they run, and it was just a perfect combination for him today.
Yeah, look, He's been a good horse since he's come in as a baby, but last preparation we thought a lot of him, but just struggled to put it together. I just want to do a couple of little things wrong that held him back from being dominant like he was today. So he's come back this preparation more furnished, more relaxed, carrying himself a lot better, and that's just enabling him to get the job done. So he's made good improvement, and there's no reason why he won't continue.
Have you had a bit to do with him at home?
Yeah, quite a lot last preparation, and a little bit this preparation, but not too much. But I've noticed a real difference in the horse and the way he carries himself, and it's made a big difference, and you can see that today. And yeah, look, it's just good to ride the first winner, and another 2-year-old winner for Gain Adrian. Obviously, when I first started back, I mentioned to Adrian, what's the record for the 2-year-old winners, because we had a lot of nice horses there and they've delivered, so very pleasing.
Well done, Hippo.
Thank you.
Gates looking down. A jockey might have dropped their whip, or there might be a towel down there or something. We've got the all clear now though. Often racing, and Siam walked out with Karma Zone. Ripped goes back, and bouncing well near the inside was Lease. Oakfield Waratah also showing great speed, and Vain Invader's going very fast on the outside. Fireworks early. DiMaggio gets the lovely camp in fourth, followed by An American. Apache Bell settles back on the outside of Clear Blonde. Baranoff outsped. Dr. Evil having no luck early. He's caught 3 deep. Karma Zone the fence. Tempinus gives them a big start. So does Cyan, and Ripped, and Decadent Tail is last of all. They're going like the wind here. Stretched out over about 16 lengths, and Lease is able to find the top. Leads by 3/4 of a length, 800 metres to go. Vain Invader second, and Oakfield Waratah, the favourite, takes a sit now. He gets a good run. DiMaggio was next, followed by An American. Apache Bell is marching forward 4 deep on the outside. Clear Blonde is railing up for Zach Lloyd. Then came Baranoff. Dr. Evil's had a little bit of cover at stages, but now he's deep again. And coming around them, so too Tempinist. He was held up last start, but he's going to get clear running today. The widest horse into the straight. They come past the 400. Lease, Vain Invader. Oakfield Waratah's coming on the scene. Then Clear Blonde, An American. DiMaggio's weaving through from well back, and further back was Baranoff at the 200. It's Oakfield Waratah surging to the lead now. 150 to go from Vain Invader and Lease. A wall behind those, but Oakfield Waratah is going to win a second midway. Oakfield Waratah 3/4, Vain Invader, who was game. DiMaggio, I think, a nose third ahead of Baranoff. Then Dr. Evil, Karma Zone, Decadent Tail from last made some ground. Rip was running on, then Cyan, Lease, Karma Zone with those from Clear Blonde, Apache Bell, An American, and Tempinus. He failed to run on at all today.
Number 6, Oakfield Waratah, first 2 favourites, Salute in the first 2 races. 6, 17, 3 and possibly 12 will be your numbers. We'll wait for them to be confirmed. But Brad, Oakfield Waratah, too good here.
Yeah, he just keeps going from strength to strength, this horse. So that's now 4 wins from 10 career starts. Beautifully handled today by Tyler Schiller. Was in, had some intent early, just took a trail in behind the speed, popped him off at the fence at the right time, and he was too strong to the line. So no dramas today, running out a strong mile at Randwick. Vain Invader, he's racing well, isn't he? He's a 3-year-old, certainly trending the right way in his own right. DiMaggio continues to hold his form. He didn't have the turn of foot to get himself into the finish, and Baranoff adds a bit of spice there if you found him in your first 4. But Oakfield Waratah does the right thing by the punters today.
And numbers in the frame, 6, 17, 3 and 12. Well, Chris, beautiful ride there from Tyler. It worked out beautifully, and he's put another win on the board.
Yeah, I'm delighted. It's so good to have Bruce and Nasher here today as well. They haven't been down for the last couple of wins we've had in town, so great to have them here. And a perfect ride by Tyler.
You stepped him out to the mile, and he seemed to run that out strong. Where to now?
Well, we'll see how he pulls up. He's had a number of runs, and he's only a really lightly framed little horse. I think in the long run he'll get 2,000 metres, but it's nice to see him run a strong mile out here today in this company. Obviously we'll need to keep taking the next step.
Nice drive back to Wyong, well done.
Perfect, thank you.
Well, congratulations, Tyler. You landed in a beautiful spot and he was strong.
Yeah, Kristen said just be positive, let him get into his stride, and he's better when he's got a little bit of momentum, and he travelled lovely for me. Coming up around the corner, I felt a bit of pressure coming, so just let him get out and keep his rhythm, and he put him away pretty comfortably. It's nice when you got a bit of horse coming up to the 200 and don't have to ask for their full effort until late.
Did he travel like the winner a fair way out?
He did. It was just whether something was going to dash him, but he really found his stride late, and I thought he was great to the line.
Good on you, well done.
Thank you.
And we're set for the highway, race number 3. 420 Iron Will, 480 Zaru. Off they go. Racing down, caught them pretty well. Iron Will in the centre, jumped away fast. Rouge Loon is going for speed in the early stages. Out wide was Wild Irish Rover, Tai Lung, All About Roy, and Stein is just behind the speed. Then Cannoli. Zaru's centre field on the rails. He'll be enjoying this tempo. Followed further back by Master of Rewards. Melody again the fence. Then Take the Kitty ostracised, and 2 lengths away was Mark Casson. Up before the home turn, Iron Will returning fresh. 600 metres to go. He's 3/4 Rouge Loon, Stein. All About Roy the outside, followed by Zaru, wedged away on the rail. He's trying to get into the clear before the turn here as they spin the bend. Further back was Melody again, looking for a run. Tai Lung, Wild Irish Rover. Down the running, Iron Will the leader with a kick. He leads Rouge Loon. Zaru still picking his way through the field. All About Roy, and Melody again is bursting into the clear. She's coming with a big run. Further back then was Take the Kitty. Zaru got the run and hit the lead, but here comes Melody again. She's charging over the top and dives. Photo finish between Zaru, Melody again. Heads up, heads down in a thriller to the highway. Take the Kitty's got home well. Just behind those was Mark Casson. Iron Will, Rouge Loon, All About Roy, Tai Lung, Master of Rewards, Cannoli. Then came back behind them Wild Irish Rover, Stein, and ostracised. Did she get there, or has Zaru held on?
Well, congratulations, Joe. Did you think he'd gotten there?
No, I didn't. He was always going to be there or thereabouts. He never lays down, that little horse, and even though he's held up the run, and you wouldn't obviously ideally do it like that, but that's sort of what he needs, and then he'll just, if he gets left alone in front for too long, he can get a bit lost. But yeah, no, Zach rode him great, and obviously the barrier allowed him to just land that perfect spot, didn't it? So pretty stoked.
You were just saying earlier his other highway win was nearly exactly the same, where he's held up and he just got the nose down.
Yeah, and it looked like the other horse won, and on the photo we just got it, but that's just him, you know. He's so genuine, but he's never probably going to put a space in him, you know. He always likes to scare the crap out of you. But
any more highways for him now?
Yeah, he's because he won the Class 3 highways as a Class 1 horse, he's still eligible, so we'll just keep bringing him down there, I suppose. We'll have to try and get some weight off him, but yeah, for sure.
It'll be a nice drive back to Bulladilla. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, Zach, you had to duck and weave in there, but he got his nose down at the right time.
Yeah, it was super win. It was quite exhilarating, and full credit to the horse. It was quite a tight gap he was going through, and he really toughed it out and obviously got his nose down the line. It was very tight.
Didn't look like there was much room, but when you've got a horse full of momentum, it's easy to take those gaps.
Yeah, exactly. And he was willing to go through there. So I was like, if you want to, I'll go through. So, very, very good win by the horse. And yeah, thanks very much to the owners. He's been a bit frustrating with his seconds, but it's good to get the win today.
Did you think he'd gotten the nose down at the right time?
I did not. No, I thought I got beat quite comfortably. Actually, I thought I missed it completely, but no, lucky.
Well done, Zach.
Thank you so much.
He rides this favourite. This is not an easy ride for him from the draw on Louisville from this tricky 1800 metre start point. They're set to go. Doesn't hold them. Often racing now. Louisville goes straight back. He's restrained by Lloyd to get some cover. Pharaoh's Reign broke very well, and over the crossing it goes at the 1600 metres and has quickly taken up the lead from Don Pedro. 2 lengths away, third Karma Guay. On the inside of Special Envoy, Estadio Mistaya wants to fire up. He's got the mouth open and isn't relaxing at all there well for Preble at the 1400 metres mark. Verona back beyond midfield, followed by Awesome Wonder, also going a little keen. Then Villaden ditto. He's got back second last here, Louisville, and the last one was Tempest. Even speed here. Pharaoh's Reign goes up towards the 1200 metres mark. 1.5 in front of Don Pedro. Karma Guay gets run of the race stuff. Third the inside. A length and a half to Special Envoy at its second Australian run, followed by Verona. Estadio Mistaya. He's settled better now. He's dropped the bridle finally as they turn off the back straight up in search of the 850 metre mark. Then Awesome Wonder beyond midfield with some cover, the outside of Villaden. Then came Louisville second last, and Tempest can see them all. Up to the side they go, 600 metres to run. Pharaoh's Reign has led every inch of the way thus far. She comes around the bend, half a length Don Pedro. The inside Karma Guay, followed by Special Envoy. Estadio Mistaya being felt for. Then came Verona, and Louisville's got to the outside. Awesome Wonder ahead of him. Inside the 300 metres, Pharaoh's Reign, Don Pedro. No run, Karma Guay. Special Envoy's running a race. Estadio Mistaya. Louisville still with work to do. 3 back. Inside the 200, Special Envoy's hit the lead from Don Pedro, fighting on. They'll battle this out, but Special Envoy's got the upper hand, and a double for Hieronymus. Drives at home. Big turnaround today for Special Envoy. Has beaten Don Pedro. Photo for third. Estadio Mistaya, Verona, Louisville. Behind those then was Karma Guay, who had little luck. Then Pharaoh's Reign, Awesome Wonder, Tempest, and Villaden.
Well, Adrian, we spoke earlier about this fella, and his first up run was disappointing, but he certainly made amends today.
Yeah, good to see him bounce back today and show the the true form and sort of ability he's got there. I think things worked out for him. Obviously, sort of a while off the scene there last start. He probably just raced a little bit fresh outside the lead. He was exposed on that day, and I think today it was a good even tempo throughout, which sort of allowed him just to settle and find a better rhythm. It was much happier the entire race, just the way he was travelling. So he looked a lot more comfortable today, and that allowed him to be strong late.
And where do we see him lining up now?
Look, I think we can just continue to take him through his grades. We've still got a bit of scope to go through the benchmarks with him. There's some great prize money on offer. He's still sort of learning his trade there and adapting to the Australian way of going, but I'm sure today will help. He's shown a lot of form over a bit further as well, so we'll keep stepping him up and trip.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Well, Adam, you were on board first up, and he was a little bit disappointing, but today he was a lot better. And did you feel a difference in him today?
He's a lot more relaxed. He went with the pony today. The other day he was just a little bit fired up, got a bit of a bee in his bonnet, obviously first time out in a different environment, but today jumped well, lobbed into the perfect position, found a nice rhythm, and felt like the winner at the top of the straight, and he done well, put him away well.
Does he feel like he's a horse that does give you the feel that he could go on with and step up to bigger and better things?
Yeah, most definitely. He'll definitely stay a lot further, and it's just a matter of sort of him relaxing and finding that rhythm he found today, and there's no reason why he can't go on with it.
Well done.
Thank you.
Red lights are on. Stand by now. Ready to break. And they're off and racing now. High Dubai fast away again today. Showing speed was Time to Boogie. Looking for Tin Tukey early. She's beyond midfield. One off the rail. Settling into stride. They link up with the course proper. Time to Boogie goes through on the inside of High Dubai. Master Showman a handy third. He's caught a little wide though. Back behind those horses was Euros. Never Fails. Ramone's being restrained, trying to find cover desperately. He's caught on a limb. Tin Tukey with those. Further back in the field then was Capital Queen, Dakota Vroom, and on the outside of it as they make the home turn was Atlantic Ocean, a bunching field. Heading for the judge now, 500 metres to go. Time to Boogie held together, led by half a length. High Dubai, Master Showman 3 out, then Euros. Tin Tukey's pushing into the clear. She gets a chance now, and back behind those Dakota Vroom at the 200. Time to Boogie with a strong kick, beat off High Dubai. It went for home. Euros is running home. Tin Tukey's very flat. She's not making any inroads, but Time to Boogie has found another gear. You're dancing if you're on it. Time to Boogie races away. Goes barrier to box. 3-length margin on Euros. Queue up for third. Master Showman, Capital Queen, High Dubai, Atlantic Ocean behind those. Tin Tukey flat as a biscuit today. Behind those was Dakota Vroom. She failed to fire. Ramones is well back with Never Fails.
Well, Soph stepped up to Saturday grade today, and he's just a speed machine.
He absolutely is. He's not let us down at all. It's taken a long time to get in here, but he's had the right amount of work put in, and he's done a really good job.
What was the reasoning behind the winkers going on today?
Look, he can get a little bit easily distracted, especially when he gets to the front. We found that a little bit in his last start. He was just being pushed for the win there. So we just thought just popping them on, not wanting him to go too hard, too keen, but just to keep him focused, and it absolutely did the job today.
He's only lightly raced. He's building a beautiful record. There'd be a lot more to come from him, you'd think.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been coming through each run better and better every time, and he's going leaps and bounds.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well, Rach, I'm not sure if you've had much to do with him at home, but he's pretty quick.
He is. I actually rode him his first ever start, which was a while ago now, and he's probably still maturing a bit, and I think definitely the key today was putting those winkers on. They just really sharpened him when I asked him for a turn of foot. You could see even his last start when he won, he was sort of wandering a touch, and it's actually credit to Tyler. He suggested to put the headgear on, and it definitely worked today.
He's just so brilliant out of the gates, but does he come back underneath you, or does he just want to run?
No, he's very sensible. For a fast horse, he's very sensible. He will come back under you, and he got a really nice sort of mid-race kind of breather there, and he relaxed and was breathing well and doing everything right, and I was pretty sure he was going to have a good kick.
Does 1200 see him out, or he could get a little bit further?
It wouldn't surprise me if he would stretch a bit further. He saw that out really well today, and look, at 1200 Randwick is tough enough, and he was able to do it from the front today, so it wouldn't surprise me if he did stretch out a bit more.
Well done, Rach.
Thank you.
Ready now. Starter holding them. Now they're right. Off and racing now, and Cosmic Minerva jumped on terms today. Zoo Shack was away fast. Showing speed from out wide was Majorati. He's coming across, and Cosmic Minerva's going to be right there. Just behind them was Battleton from Brutality. Vienna Princess eases, and Pizarro's on her outside. They march up towards the 1,000 metres mark, and Zoo Shack is the pilot. He's got his head in front. Majorati goes up to give him the stare as they negotiate the first turn. Cosmic Minerva gets a dream run third with cover. The outside of his stablemate Battleton. A length away Brutality, the war horse, followed by Vienna Princess, the 3-year-old filly. She's back on the inside, and Pizarro last of all. down the side, and Zushak the leader. He leads by a head on Majorati. Cosmic Minerva won't have an excuse today. He's on the outside of Battleton. Brutality being wound up under his big weight, and Vienna Princess needing luck from Pizarro. In the straight now, Majorati goes to Zushak. Cosmic Minerva quickly on the scene. He pounces, and now Vienna Princess gets the gap with Brutality. Vienna Princess and Brutality, they race to the lead. It's Vienna Princess, the inside of Brutality. Pizarro's up to third. Vienna Princess, Brutality in a two-horse war, but Brutality doesn't know how to lie down, and under the 62 he breaks a long drought and wins. Beats Vienna Princess. Photo for third. Pizarro, Cosmic Minerva, he had EPC. Back behind those then was Battleton, Majorati. Zushak's run last.
Well, Joe, you wanted a wet track, but...
Sorry. Are we good to go? Yep, 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Well, Joe, you wanted a wet track, but it mattered not.
No, look, he's a pretty classy horse. I mean, he is a Villiers winner, and he's coming off the back of as I said, a setback, but something I've seen plenty of horses do, so I wasn't too bothered there. Big weight. He needed 20,000 to crack the million, so he's got a bit more than that today, and as I say, look, I know retirement's close, but just fantastic to see him get another win, because he hasn't won since the Villiers. So.
Yeah, that was 82 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't need to be reminded. I hear the former analysts whinging about him all the time about how he starts in the market and he doesn't win. So no, it's good to get a result with him.
Must be so satisfying to get him home again.
Yeah, definitely. He's a horse we picked out. He was a cheap yearling. We've had a lot of fun with him, and just to get him over the line, that it'll probably be the last time, but to get him over the line again, it's great.
Well done, Joe.
Thank you.
Well, Rory, you had to throw absolutely everything at him, and he got the head down.
Yeah, the more I asked of him, the more he gave, and geez, Joe's a marvel. Brought this horse back from 1800 to 1400. I was a little bit wary because he's a casual customer at the best of times, but I give him a squeeze out the barriers, and to be completely honest, I could have let if I wanted to. He was that sharp, and with the 62, we got rolling on the corner. I knew he was fit, so we weren't waiting until we got up the rise. We just went, and tough effort from an old horse.
You had the inside horse, she had about 8 kilos less than you. You had 60 or 63 with your vest, so a really tough effort.
Yeah, for sure. It's never easy to do with that weight. And, the second horse sort of come to me, and it probably just woke my horse up again. He found more, and he was covered it late quite easily.
Well done, Roll.
Thank you.
Look for a prominent spot. So they're set. Ready to run now. Red lights are turned on. There they go. They're off and racing now, the fillies and mares, and bouncing out well was African Daisy. Overriding was away fast, and there's O'Tilly riding the rails. She shoots through on the inside looking for the lead. Settling just behind those was Aaron Moore shortly after the start on the outside of Centre Stone. Then came Anna Gain, followed by Desi Gal, Fear Naught, Miss Ostend, and last of all was Siren Star. O'Tilly worked through on the inside and found the top, heading off the back straight. At the 850 metre mark, 3/4 of a length on overriding. She breezes in second under top weight. 2 lengths away, third was African Daisy. Fourth, the inside is Centre Stone in the white cap. Then Aaron Moore, followed further back by Denny Gal as they make the home turn. Anna Gain was next, then Fear Naught, followed by Siren Star. And Miss Ostend sees them all. O'Tilly rails like a greyhound round the turn. 4:25 to run. She's held together by Lloyd. Overriding's about to move up outside of her. Back behind them, Centre Stone. African Daisy's running a race. O'Tilly quickly claimed by Overriding. She goes to the lead. 200 metres to go. African Daisy. Fear Naught from the back with Anna Gain. 100 to go. Overriding being swamped. African Daisy's coming after her. Anna Gain is surging. Here's a finish. Fear Naught's the widest. Might have got them all. Wow, what a finish. 4 across the track. Fear Naught prominent from Anna Gain. Overriding and African Daisy in a thrilling go. Behind them was O'Tilly, followed in by Denny Gal, Siren Star, Aaron Moore, Centre Stone and Miss Ostend.
Charlie Duckworth joins me. Charlie, she settled beautifully and she got over the top of them.
Yeah, she did. Look, we've got a good group of owners behind us who really excited about it. One of them said walking out, they said, "Oh, I don't understand all these people on their fancy holidays in Europe. Noms come out on Monday, weights on Tuesday, acceptance is Wednesday, and then you've got 3 days of dreaming." So they're all pretty excited about that. But she was very tough today, and no, it's good to see because she took a bit of time to come to form this prep, but she's there now.
Good to see the dreams come true.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's good racing all year round, and whether it's in the middle of winter or in the height of spring, it still gives everyone a spring in their step and something to sort of keep them going all week. And it's a great sport to be in.
Well done, Charlie.
Thank you.
Gee, she let down today.
She did, yeah. She's been, the last few starts she's been letting down really well, but obviously I was forward at a good tempo up front, and just sort of had to be patient and bide my time, and once we straight and come out, and she let down, but probably luckily they were falling in a hole late because I sort of felt like I didn't have a lot left in the tank.
And were you running out of time as well?
I was, but I knew the gas tank didn't have a lot left. I used it to get into the race, and but good effort.
Well done.
Thank you.
She's the Gift is coming back in. She's been cleared to start and we're ready to go. Race 8 doesn't hold them. They're off and racing now, and Stonecoat was the first out. He bounced brilliantly and is looking for the lead. They're going to make him work though. Louvois kicks up on the inside and heads Stonecoat now, who parks outside the lead. Ita is third, the inside of Festival Dancer. She's the Gift is marching forward 3 wide, then Silent Agenda. Graceful Styler gets a nice position midfield, one off the rail, then Redwood Shadow. Further back was Phillipsburg. Into Summertime is in that clump of horses. Tazarel eased from the draw, and Super Pursuit can see them all. Off the back straight they go. 900 metres to run. Louvois leads by 1 length on Stonecoat, and Ida is third. No luck for She's the Gift, cast on a limb around Festival Dancer. Silent Agenda's 3 horses back on the rail. Graceful Styler between runners. He's just awkwardly placed at the moment, travelling strongly. The inside of Redwood Shadow, followed by Into Summertime. She's back toward the end with Phillipsburg. Tazarel and Super Pursuit on the rails. Up before the home turn, 4:50 to run. Louvois about to spin the bend. Leads Stonecoat the outside, moving up. Then Ita, followed by Festival Dancer, Silent Agenda. Graceful Styler's strung up for running. Into Summertime getting home down the outside. Tazarel, Super Pursuit held up. 200 to go. Stonecoat forges to the lead, but here come the pursuers. Into Summertime, and Tazarel is letting down. Super Pursuit late, but Tazarel's off and gone. 50 to go, he forges clear, and Tazarel, a great return to racing, has beaten In the Summertime and Super Pursuit. Stonecoat behind those, followed by Ita. Next in was Phillipsburg, Graceful Styler. I'm not sure how much room he got. Then came Silent Agenda, Festival Dancer, Louvois, Redwood Shadow, and She's the Gift.
Yeah, it certainly was, Shani. It was good to see. Settled well. He pulled a bit in patches. But for the half mile line, he started coming the race nicely. And I like that turn of foot that he had. And he sustained a good gallop for a long while. So it's very pleasing to see.
When you step him up next, what trip are you thinking?
Yeah, look, I won't get too carried away. I'm not sure. I think 2,000 metres might be as far as you get, so I'll gradually step him up because that turn of foot, I don't want to take that away from him when we didn't quite. So these sort of races will just guarantee a good speed all the time, so it might be the way to go. So we might get him out a bit further, but we'll take our time getting him out.
Well done, Pete.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Well, Tommy, he let down beautifully today. It was a really nice first up win.
Yeah, he's a talented horse, and he's come back a lot better this preparation than his first preparation in Australia, but his gallops have been good. I galloped a little bit at home leading into this, and he's been going tremendously well. So it was a little bit of a sticky gate, and he normally goes forward. But it was just a matter of buying my time. He relaxed beautifully, and he showed a really good turn of foot, which we didn't really think he had. So he'll improve immensely off today, and I think 1800, 2000 would be a sweet spot.
Rounding the turn, did you feel you had enough horse underneath you to pick them up?
I did. I just had to sort of go through my gears as Jason was looking for a run in the middle of me. I just had to make sure he wasn't getting too much daylight. But he done a really good job, and he quickened nicely, and he'll only improve over today. And as I said, I think 18, 2000. That's the sweet spot.
It's good to see one of your rides finish off and win, because you've had so many rides lately. They've been running on, but they just haven't been able to get there.
Yeah, it's been a bit frustrating, Shani, but getting some rides, and they might be outsiders of the pack, so I'm trying to ride them to the best of my ability. And when it comes off and the horses actually respond, I'm getting held up. So it's one of those things. Just don't change too much and just keep turning up.
Well done.
Cheers.
Red lights on. Stand by for race 9. They're set to jump. King of the Castle just playing up there. Now they're right, and they're off and racing, and Bold Mac off the inside bounced away well. Attractable and Mark Schnell is going forward. Purple Sector and Wild Chap want to be prominent as well, so as they go to the mile, it's a keenly contested lead, with Mark Schnell breaking out of the pack to take it up from Wild Chap, and Purple Sector's 3 wide at the moment working. Just behind those horses was Attractable on the fence, the inside of first in line. 2 lengths away, Logan Street Lion covering up his stablemate Bold Mac, a length and a half, Welsh Legend. Further back then was United Nations, King of the Castle, Bartholomew Diaz, and Royal Robbins is the last one. They stretch out over about 12 or 14 lengths, and Mark Schnell is rolling in the lead here. 1,000 metres to go. Mark Schnell led by half a length on Purple Sector, who eventually got up outside of him. 1 away third, Attractable. Wild Chap gets a nice trail, followed by first in line, racing fifth. Bold Mac, the favourite on the rails. A length away then Logan Street Lion racing solo. Further back in the field was United Nations before the turn. Then Welsh Legend, followed by Bartholomew Diaz, King of the Castle and Royal Robbins before the turn. 500 metres to go. Mark Schnell cranking it up again. He's got Purple Sector off the bit. Attractable's about to try and get around his heels. Tight for room there. Wild Chap came at them. Bold Mac is running on. Then first in line, Logan Street Lion inside the 250. Mark Schnell kicking. Bold Mac is trying to get on terms. Wild Chap's peak. There's no Attractable now. And wide out, King of the Castle. Here's Bold Mac now in search of Mark Schnell. Bold Mac looms up. Can he get there today, Bold Mac? Yes, he's got up. Bold Mac has beaten Mark Schnell. King of the Castle, photo fourth. Attractable, Purple Sector first in line, Logan Street Lion. Then Welsh Legend, followed by United Nations, Bartholomew Diaz, Royal Robbins, and Wild Chap.
Well, Charlie's only lightly raced. He's only had 24 starts. He's just recorded his 6th win.
Yeah, he was good today. Look, he was obviously a little bit disappointing last start, but he had a big weight and not the perfect draw. And today we claimed off him and had that perfect run from a good barrier. So great for him to win today. One of the owners that hasn't been in the best of health recently, so it'll mean a lot to them back in New Zealand.
He's just a tough and honest horse, and he always tries.
Yeah, he is. That's exactly what he is. He's a solid bread and butter horse who'll try and put his heart on the line every time. He just needs conditions to suit. If there's speed on, that's the kind of thing he needs in the soft draw. So, look, he's at the top of obviously this division. That's why he's carrying those weights. So it does make it harder and harder to place him as he wins and is consistent. But look, he's a good fun horse.
Has he got more runs in him left in him this prep?
Yeah, we'll just have to see what's available to him. Look, if there is, then realistically he's probably going to have to step up in grade and down in weight, but that might give him a new lease of life.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well, Zach, you enjoyed a nice run in transit, and it was good to see him get the job done again today.
Yeah, it was a lovely win. Obviously, barriers win races, and I got a lovely run, and the horse executed really well, and quick and well, and sort of just thought about it when he got there. So, it's a tough win.
He's a horse that he's a real trier. I don't know if you've had much to do with him, but he's recorded so many wins in his preparation, but then he can give it hit and miss. But did he always travel like he was going to win?
Yeah, he did. As you said, he tries very hard, and the race just panned out perfectly for him. He had a good tempo, so he was able to breathe well. He was having an economical run in the fence, and I was able to get out as soon as I pleased. So, very good run, and yeah, it was a very easy steer.
Nice double today.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a bit frustrating, but it's good to get a couple on.
Well done.
Thank you.
.280 Omni-Man, 1,000 metres to round out the program. Red lights are on. Doesn't hold them. They're off and racing immediately, and Passagata off the inside shows her customary dash and finds the lead easily. Rubinoki handy going forward, Omni-Man to look for that spot second. Behind those horses then was Tri-State, Troach caught deep, Invincible Kiss getting back with Poker Jack. Ahead of it was Rebel Dean, No Statement, Solire in that last few horses. Then came American President, and the last one was Kashana. Up to the bend, Passagata, she's got all 4 feet on fire. She comes around the turn, Burning Turf by 2. Omni-Man trying to get past her like he did last start. Tri-State, Rubinoki, Troach, Rebel Dean behind those, then Poker Jack. Omni-Man at the 200, he moves up quickly to Passagata, who's beaten off. Tri-State whacks away, then came Rebel Dean, Rubinoki, but Omni-Man is clear with 50 metres to go. Where's the Hippo Clan? He's got 3 for the day. It's Omni-Man by 2.5. Wins from a wall of horses. Solire, Tri-State, Rubinoki. Back behind those, Rebel Dean. Next home then was Invincible Kiss from Passagata, who hit the brick wall. American President was further back. There was no Poker Jack today. Followed by Kashana, Troach. And last in was No Statement.
Well, Adrian, he elected to sit a couple of lengths off her today, and he was still too far too good.
Yeah, look, it was obviously plenty of speed there, strongly run race, which I think really suited him. I don't think if we wanted to, we could be any closer in the run, but that sort of really pressure on all the way, like a strong, fast 1,000 metres, I think that's obviously what he really enjoys.
Where now? What do you do with a horse like him?
The options are sort of probably a little bit limited. I feel he's been that little bit one-dimensional, unfortunately, sort of remaining at the 1,000 metres. We did try and stretch him out. He didn't necessarily get it last time. Whether we look to do that again or not, the next 1,000 metre race isn't for a while. So we'll see. We'll keep him fresh, keep him ticking over. He's going through his grades nicely. This is another step for him again today. Even sort of with the weight turnaround and sort of up in class, he's responded really well. So we might be able to set our sights a little higher.
It's been a great day for the team. Well done.
Thanks very much.
Well, Hippo, congratulations on a treble, and this fella is low flying.
Yeah, he is. It's good to finish the day with the winner. It's been a great day for the stable and myself, but the horse himself, he's going really well, and it's just a matter of keeping him relaxed. When I rode him 2 starts ago, he was just a bit fresh and fired up and just dwelled a little bit and was a bit aggressive through the run, but going with the pony made a big difference. He was relaxed, broke well, found a nice rhythm, and speed was very quick, and we're always going to finish over the top. And I thought Amy done a good job last start, rode him really well, and wanted to replicate that today, and he did so.
Were you ever worried when she skipped a few lengths in front that you going to pick her up?
No, never worried.
You always knew you had her in your sights?
Yeah, it's just, it can't sustain that speed, simple as that. So I wasn't worried.
Well done.
Thank you.